time is 6:15. I am 60% charged and I changed batteries. So we are going to Montreal Biodome, which basically is the Olympic Stadium, and there's a thing attached to it. Biodome, I think the insectarium is there as well, and the botanical garden, all in the same little section. Next stop, I'm gonna hop another cough drop. Not the only one with something electric. The lady in front of me wasn't cycling, going uphill. Hers is motor assisted, not like mine. .11 degrees. That's good. building is the headquarters of the Montreal police, which is interesting because there's a metro station right next to it and a park. I don't know the name of it, Émilie Gamelin or something like that. It's the one where there's like the most drugs and criminality, and it's right next to the headquarters of the Montreal police. It's great. It's good irony, good contrast. Attention. Je me fie à la lumière. Look at my kilometers. 2,222. Nice. See, some sort of events happening. Cop let me pass on a red. Poor cars. hit the parking button while I was stopped. That was weird. Push your throttle and just don't move. And the Notre Dame bike path. That's what I call it. I don't know if it has a name or not. It goes along the edge of Notre Dame. Very busy road. I'm happy I'm not on Notre Dame and I'm on the bike path instead. And that the bike path is clean. Well, cleared of snow and ice. That sound is from a train going very slowly underneath the bridge. It goes over a train track. teaching her pup how to be calm. It's good. She should pay more attention though, that other one. That little girl was on a unicycle. Interesting. Now I'm gonna have to go up a street soon. Up here. One of my sisters used to live here. Ah, we see it over down there. The Olympic Stadium. Ah, it's a good street to be on to see the Olympic Stadium. A fiasco. The roof almost never worked. It's made of a textile of some sort, and it's constantly breaking, and they don't want to tear it down, repair it, or whatnot. And there's so much corruption involved. They say, oh, if we tear it down, it's going to cost $10 billion to destroy it. $10 billion to destroy it. Just put some C4 and let it crumble. What the hell? That was a weird piece of conversation to hear. If he shows me his, I'll show him mine. What? Huh? Brake making squeals is annoying. Probably doesn't annoy anyone else, but it annoys me. It's a sign of imperfection, and I have a lot of OCD. Did I see her before? Back in the old port? Strong woman. Now we see more and more of it now. See the little rope sticking out from the mast, holding the textile roof thingy. I mean, the roof goes up, so there's like, especially when we had a baseball team, the Expos, it made sense. We don't have a baseball team anymore. The last few games only had like 1,000 or 2 people. And you can sit like 45. I'm shooting a random number here, but tens of thousands of people in there. It's still used except during winter because there's too much of a scare. If there's more than an inch of snow, it's barred, like you can't get in. I'm sure there's footage online somewhere of snow seeping in from the Montreal Olympic Stadium, because there's other stadiums where the snow poured in from the same type of roofs. Yeah. It's not red. There you go. Désolé. Hoping it's still on the frame. I'm like leaning back. Let me adjust this a bit. So here we are, ish, at the foot of the Olympic Stadium. They've redone the median on this road. Interesting. I think there is a bike path. There is. It's made of sidewalk. Okay. It's made of concrete instead of asphalt. Yeah, they really changed this area. I haven't been here in a long time. So that dome there is the Biodome. Gonna have to go back one day. A roundabout. Interesting. I think it's the Biodome. No, it's not the Biodome. It's the l'Arena Maurice Richard. The rocket. I think there's a statue of him in front. I think they removed the statue. That's weird. No, I see it. Okay. We're gonna go on the sidewalk and we're gonna take a look at the statue. There he is. The rocket. Maurice Richard. A cultural icon in Quebec. And you can see his shirt. I wonder if I can get close and see it. There's a C and an H inside a C. The C in the upper right is because he was captain, but in the middle it's a C, it's the Canadian. And the H is the old name of the Montreal Canadiens, which is the Habitants. Or abs, as we call them. So when you watch a hockey game and the Canadians are playing, we'll have a chant, which is "Go Abs Go." Go Habs Go. It's because it's a tribute to one of the old names. They're part of the Montreal Canadiens are part of the original 6 or 8 teams of the what became the NHL. Boston, Montreal, and a few others. That's why the rivalry between Boston and Montreal is strong when it comes to hockey, because they have over 100 years of history. Oftentimes Boston would beat Montreal, so it's it's a big thing for us. If we win against them, there's a riot in the city. If we lose against them, there's a riot in the city. It's one of those situations. So, the final view of the Olympic Stadium. Some of these buildings is the planetarium, which used to be somewhere else. There's the Saputo Stadium, which is a soccer foot for our non-North American friends. Football. Our soccer field for the Montreal Impact is the name of the team from the MLS, Major League Soccer. Somewhere in there. They had issues with their spotlights because it was way too bright and it was keeping people awake in their houses. The insectarium and the botanical garden, the Japanese garden, kind of in an entrance here. There's a Japanese garden, Chinese garden. It's all part of a big botanical garden. There's an insectarium inside the botanical garden. I think they allow you to eat or taste test some various insects. Yeah, there's even a Frédéric Bach tree pavilion, a temporary installation, which is weird because Frédéric Bach is one of the parks near my place. I guess he's done more than just a few things. 46%. What was my next stop? I mean, exit navigation. I wanted to see, I think it was l'Hôpital Santa Cabrini, Cinéma Beaubien, and back home. It's 10 to 5, 46%. That's a tricky one. You know what? I'm gonna skip one of the destinations. I'm gonna go to Cinéma Beaubien and then home. Yeah. Beaubien Cinema is one of those older cinemas. Movie theaters. I'm gonna have to make my way across the road somehow. It's a good spot. Try to center this again. It always seems like it's a bit badly angled. Like my bike's always on the side somehow. I'm not really gonna see a Cinéma Beaubien. I mean, you can look it up online. It has a nice old school facade and whatnot, but it's just so that the directions when I go back home doesn't send me on large boulevards and industrial roads and whatnot. So by going to the Beaubien Cinema, it's more residential, it's more peaceful. Yes, there's still markets and whatnot, but it's safer. Turbo for this hill. I spoke about where they housed the Olympians in my last video. This is where they housed them. Over there. It's called the Village Olympique, Olympic Village. Which is right next to the stadium, so it makes much more sense than putting it where I thought it, where I incorrectly said it was. Is this is a reserved lane. I have the lane to myself. Awesome. Except if I see a bus behind me, of course, but reserved lanes are buses, taxis, and bikes. One day I'm going to go into the park that's over there. It's a nice long path. I've walked it for school back in high school when we did some levée de fonds, some fundraising. We had the marchathon, a walkathon. So we'd raise money and we'd walk a kilometer for each dollar that people would give us. So depending on how many you gathered, and you start walking on that thing. It's a few kilometers around. So I think I collected maybe like $100, And I don't think I walked the whole 100 kilometers, but I walked for a bit. The more sporty among us, especially like the football team and whatnot, they walk the whole thing. They probably raised more money as well, being part of a sporty community. They stick together. So to enjoy the reserved lane for a bit, the fact that I'm going home shortly enough, the fact the percentage and whatnot, just looking at, you know, doing some mental calculations, I'm going to go into turbo mode for the rest of the way. Give that speed enjoyment. I have to turn left here. Huh. Have been here, but doesn't really matter. I'll do it here. Cluster F of timing. I could have passed before him, but whatever. That was nice. Guy had his door slightly ajar because he saw me. He actually looked before opening his door. Very considerate. So I'm not freezing, but my hands are cold. I'm not gonna switch gloves, but little details. Between seasons, it's tricky to dress properly. Especially when riding drops the temperature by an extra 10 to 15 degrees. We're approaching Cinéma Beaubien at 950 meters. moved aside because on stoplights, when there's one of them that's a white bar, that's a departure for the buses before anyone else. So I had to make sure I was out of the way. So much for my attempt of being ahead of the bus. I'll just stay behind. 300 meters, our Cinéma Beaubien. Looks like we're here anyway, so I'm just gonna remove the Cinéma Beaubien stop. So I think we already passed in front of it. That's okay. Damn, that road is destroyed. There are some very neglected roads everywhere. It's like where I live. They've redone, redecorated, and reimagined a major street. It's like 3 blocks to the west of where I live. But only from those 3 blocks away, only from that point. Every other point, everything else afterward, east of that, has been neglected for decades. It's like, in French we have défavorisé, the unfavored parts of town. Well, you know, you could like spread it evenly, you know. You could also redo the roads east of that block, so people don't feel unfavored. Same thing with public transportation. There's been so many projects to build stuff east of that block, but nothing has been done. Plans are regularly cancelled, usually right after the election that promised it. See where I'm going? It's like there's parts of Montreal that are just reserved for electoral campaigns and nothing else. There's no actual investment that happens in it, even though like 80% of the population lives there. It's the same part of town where most of the healthcare nurses live, especially if they're like immigrant healthcare nurses. They mostly live there at first because it's a cheaper place, of course. There's a bit of their community over there. But you know, they helped us out during those last few years greatly. We realized that they were very important, that we needed to pay them more, which the government did for about a year and a half, and then they reduced their salary again to near minimum wage levels. They take care of your health. They put the band-aid on you. They pull the stitches out. They clean the shit, literally, out of people's, you know, people that can't get there. The frontline workers, pay them properly. And where there's a lot of them that live, clean it, fix it, make them feel welcome so that they don't leave or stay impoverished. And that's my political bit. 30%. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on. Yeah. Anyways, this was a good ride. It was, been waiting for it. Weather, school, studying, helping my sister, things like that. It prevented me for almost a month, 3 weeks from going out to ride, and I felt it. Do you know where you're going? You don't know where you're going. He doesn't know where he's going, which is causing us to not know what's happening. Good job, boys. Good job. Oh, I should have turned there. Oh, crap. Can I turn on the next one? I can. If it's not one way, I will. I don't want to be on the service road. It's dangerous. Starting to feel it in my groin. Pourquoi? Now that's timing. All right, folks. I think this is where I will leave you be. It's been a good afternoon. Help me get out of the house, get some fresh air. I have to clean my apartment. It's probably gonna help with the coughing. And yeah, I will see everyone later. Goodbye.